Hey Aquarius, welcome to your monthly oracle reading for the month of September. I will be using Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Fairies, and as usual, I will get right into the reading. I have a little surprise for you guys. I pulled out one more card for you from Doreen Virtue's Life Purpose Oracle deck, just to see on your career path. It's usually a deck for career and your life purpose overall, so what you're meant to do in this life, but it could be your life during this time even, but you could also consider it as something you will do forever from now, okay? So it depends on you. So I'm just going to pull out two more cards for you. Looking good for you guys. Okay, let's see. Okay. A lot of fun I'm feeling for you guys, Aquarius. Okay, so your first card that comes up is sexuality. Okay, second card is kindness. I think that came up to you last month. And don't forget some cards that you need to pay attention to. They will come up in a few people's readings. So make sure you pay attention to the ones that are repetitive, because it's a special message for you. Kick up your heels. Okay. So I'm sensing for a lot of you guys, you maybe have been caught up a lot in your mind, and maybe you've been a bit focused, and there's been a bit of confusion in the past month, but I feel like you're letting that go finally for November and maybe into the fall. And I feel like a lot of you are craving a lot more passion into your life, because the sexuality card, it could be very obvious that you do require a little bit more sexuality into your life. And this is very normal because everything is a balance. Maybe if you feel that you've been lacking it and you haven't been exploring it at all, this card is advising you that it is very healthy to do so and to bring that into your life at some points, because it is very needed. And being a human being, it is very needed, and it's very stress relieving. So make sure you do add that, because the universe does understand that it is very much needed in your life. So make sure you are focusing on that part. So it could be very obvious that it is sexuality that you need more in your life, or a focus if you're with a partner, maybe that your needs aren't being met and that you need to express these needs with kindness. So that could be that as well. For those of you that are in partnerships. So there is a focus on sexuality. This card also comes up maybe if you had in the past at childhood, if there was any abuse or anything like that, maybe even with someone close to you that this also needs to be addressed and to be faced, because maybe it's a block towards your sexuality and further exploring it and having pleasure in it with another person and even with yourself. So make sure, for a lot of you out there, if the first meaning didn't apply, that maybe it's this one as well. But for a lot of you guys, it could be focusing on your base chakra. Aquarius, it's a mental sign. It has to do with ruling the mind. So you could have been using a lot of energy in your mind, and now it's time to focus on your base chakra, which is the first basic needs kind of chakra, where you're focused on your passions in your life and what kind of feels right in your gut at this time. So make sure whatever it is you're doing it's giving you the butterflies in your stomach, and it's giving you that the passion that's required, even if it's in a career that you're thinking of getting involved in. So even if you're bored in what you're doing right now and you want to transition, this card is advising you to follow your passions, okay? So go after what it is you want and what brings excitement into your life and even into your heart, okay? So working from the stomach area, that's what this card is telling you to focus on. Really what grounds you, and something basic, to look at your basic needs, okay? And kindness, as I've explained before to you guys, this is a card that comes up. Maybe it's also, it's very obvious as well, where maybe you need to be a little bit more generous to those around you, to be more kind, but it's also more importantly to have kindness with yourself. So again, maybe you've been very critical of yourself. Maybe you've been putting yourself down, that you're not good enough for something. And this is it's not true at all. So it's saying for you to be patient with yourself, that your dreams are slowly unfolding. Animals are in this card. So maybe you've been thinking of bringing a little animal into your life. Animals have a great healing ability too. So maybe you want to work with animals, any charity with helping animals. And you are a very humanitarian sign too. So anything that has to do with, serving for animal rights or anything like that. Maybe you've been thinking of helping the environment in some way. This card is also about that. You could even volunteer your time once a week or whatever, just, to do something of more meaning. And again, something that you're passionate about. So put time to whatever that is you're doing. Even if you have like a full-time job, bring in something at least for an hour a day. If you're a writer, if you want to write an article about making the world a better place or anything like that. Okay, guys? So make sure you're working towards what you love and your passions. And then there's some fun at the end of the month. It's saying to kick up your heels. So, get out and be social and go out for a night of dancing. This is a card of, just being free and being very lighthearted. Don't be so hard on yourself. Again, go out, call a group of girlfriends that you haven't seen in a long time, or a group of boyfriends, whatever, guy friends. Even people that make you laugh, make you feel good about yourself, okay? So this is a time of enjoyment. And remember, maybe you do have a lot of activities that you have to get to. And don't forget, work is fine too, and working towards big causes, but it's also very important to take some time for yourself to have fun and enjoy life. Leisure is very much a part of life as work and responsibility is. So don't forget to really get out there and literally, kick up your heels, go outside for a night of dancing if you have to. And this will give new inspiration and ideas to you for your future to come, okay? So very nice. It's a very balanced type of month going into fall. It's a nice harmonious energy that's coming in. But I'm feeling this one a lot for you guys. It's a very strong card and doesn't come out very often, the sexuality card. So you might, a lot of you that are in a relationship, that maybe you're having a bit of a struggle there on reviving a bit of the passion and sexuality. I feel you do need to address it, and with like a very firm and not blaming the other person. Don't forget, it's very important where you address your own needs and your feelings and express yourself with, I feel this and I feel that, and never point the finger like you make me do this or that. So make sure you're using your words wisely. Remember, if it is somebody you need to address. And then I see it having a positive result. So it's something to celebrate about. So I do see some sort of celebration coming in at the end of November. So, have fun, guys. That's all I have to tell you. So in your life purpose card, you do have the sensitivity card. And I'll read to you what it says. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. So a lot of you guys that you feel, maybe this is more, I guess, for career, your life purpose. If you have been working or even living in very harsh environments, it's telling you that you need more of a peaceful environment, or more to be around more peaceful and cooperative people. So maybe if you're working with a lot of like gossip in the work that you're doing, it's not towards any meaningful cause and it's going against your own values and belief system. This card is telling you that once that something that you've been interested in before, it's changing for you and you're no longer interested in that anymore. So it's saying don't try to analyze it so much, but rather pay attention to your feeling, okay? It's supportive with this card, with what your gut is telling you. It's saying to make changes accordingly. And the crystals in the picture too. So if a lot of you, maybe you've been thinking about working with crystals, and that's a validation to do so along your career path. But it's also saying, if you need some more clarity of mind, like peace of mind, or something that has to do with making decisions, go out and get a crystal that you're attracted to. So go in a shop that has crystals and sells a lot of new age products, and maybe you'll feel connected to some crystal where it has energies to balance you out. And I know the clear quartz, that's very good for clarity of mind if you've been thinking too much and scatterbrain. It's also good of clearing your mind, body, and soul and making you move forward with more clarity. So go out there and pick a crystal that you feel resonates with you the most. But it's saying to not think twice about making that career change if a lot of you are thinking about transitioning into a new field. So maybe you have been in a field where it's kind of rough and it's a bit harsh, and the people that you work with, you feel like they're not considerate or not understanding. So maybe you need a career where people are a little bit more empathizing and cooperative around you. And maybe if you've been around like a loud atmosphere, a lot of you, maybe you're in entertainment or like advertising, I don't know, you feel it's a bit of like a harsh environment. So maybe you need somewhere where there's more soft music playing in the background and it's maybe like a spa environment. So these are just examples. So it's telling you to take into consideration what you're doing now and that you are changing as a person. So don't stay in something because you are comfortable, okay? So, or just because you have skills in that area. Skills could always change. Make sure you're following what you have in your heart and what you're good at naturally, okay? And the skills, you could always update your skills, that's fine. But because you're a fixed sign, sometimes it is hard for you to make a change in something. It's because you like that security and stability. So like going with the flow, sometimes it could be a bit of a struggle. So, don't stay in something if you just feel comfortable in it, okay? So make the changes accordingly if it's dragging on you or if it's like a little bit toxic for you, the environment or person. You're changing as a person, your lifestyle is becoming different, your viewpoint in life is also changing. And we honestly do change career many times in our lifetime. So maybe it is time. It's time for you guys to kind of move forward to a different life path. So there you have it, sensitivity. You are becoming a lot more receptive to what's going on. You're soaking things up as a sponge. So make sure you make those changes, guys. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the reading and it resonated for you, and I will see you next month. Bye-bye.